Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. The debate ends on a nice note, but are you nice when you merge? We'll discuss.
I'm senior producer Joey Panic, and an international relief organization right here on the Suncoast is making a big difference for those affected by Hurricane Matthew. We'll tell you how you can help.
I'm Bobette. Food and cocktail can also be a work of art. And today we have a mysterious preview for an upcoming event.
And I'm Linda Carson. A good friend of the show is about to give birth. Today she's here to show us her favorite things for bringing baby home. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome to senior producer Joey Panic.
Oh, it's great to have you where we can see you.
I know. Remember when I used to be here on Mondays?
Yes. Remember when my life was more relaxed?
I was tan, a little thinner, and less stress lines.
Yes. Right now he's here out in front every day telling us what to do.
I know, but I like being with you all week. So
Bossing around a bunch of women is not an easy job, is it?
It's like it is. I like it. I like it.
Well, you let me think I have power, and that's very sweet of you.
Yes, we do our best. I want to check in on Bobette. How you feeling? How's your body?
I'm feeling a little better.
Are you still sore?
I am still sore in certain areas, but a lot of...
Would that be the area you're sitting on?
Yes. My neck and shoulder and body feel better. Just the sitting and standing is still an issue.
In case you're wondering, we now call her BMX Bobette, and I want to show you why.
Are we going to replay this again?
Why would we not start the week with this
I just feel like we should stop playing this video.
There she goes,
so fast. Look
down
how fast
the ramp.
she goes.
Holy speed demon, and off she goes. Oh, can she land it? Can she nail it?
Oh.
Nope, didn't hang on.
All right, so is this the last time we get to see this?
This is like the go.
Oh, and you slowed it again.
It's the last time today.
The last time today.
How's your road rash?
It has a scab now, so that means it's healing. I was told. They said anytime it has scabs, it's close.
It's getting
Good thing
better.
you're out of the helmet.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
Imagine.
Well, we are glad you are not broken.
I'm going to conquer that hill.
Oh, no.
I have decided.
I don't want to watch.
You're going back up, huh?
I'm going back up. I don't know when. I'll wait till I'm healed.
Until you're all alone.
There's your Olympic event. You've been saying you're going to compete.
That's right. Well, I heard it was a great weekend of BMX competition, and you got us off to a great start. So thank you for that. You're welcome.
You showed us how hard it really is.
All right, let's say who's in the kitchen today. We are starting the week off with a great note. Chef Daniel from J-Pan Restaurant joins us. What are we making today, Chef?
So they were making a Japanese pumpkin soup.
Pumpkin soup. Okay, now pumpkin has officially showed up everywhere if it's coming to sushi restaurants as well. Is your pumpkin different than our pumpkin?
Well, it's a little sweeter and a bit more tender.
Okay.
It looks different also. It's green.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the Japanese pumpkin right here.
Wow.
Does it stay green?
It turns to red after a while, but it's best when it's green.
Oh.
All right, well, we're going to learn the difference with Japanese pumpkins coming up. I think it just cracks me up that pumpkin truly now is everywhere if it's showing up at
it's
sushi
fall.
restaurants.
I'm
It's
thrilled.
fall. Yep,
Yeah.
feels like
Although
fall.
the Japanese may have had it before we did.
Yes, very likely, very, very likely. All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And the second presidential debate started off on a cold note after the candidates refused to even shake hands, but it ended slightly more warm and fuzzy. A town hall audience member stood up and asked each candidate to name a positive thing that they respect in the other. Let's take a listen.
Would either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another?
I respect his children. His children are incredibly able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald.
I will say this about Hillary. She doesn't quit. She doesn't give up. I respect that.
So,
Whoa, I'm first. I'm first. I'm going to lay the ground rules. We're going to avoid discussing their arguing. Bobette, what did you think about
what arguing?
the question?
What arguing? No, but
candidates.
I thought Donald had the better answer for that question. I think Hillary did not do a very good job complimenting him. I don't know, maybe hard, but his kids has nothing to do with him.
Oh, it does. You don't have kids yet. I take full credit for all good things my kids do.
Absolutely, and full pride in them.
But it's not the same. Saying, you know what? he's a good businessman, or he has, you know, come up with something else.
I hope somebody says at the end of my life she had great kids, because that's my major aim in life.
Oh, that's
but
nice,
did you
Linda.
see the shocked look on their face? I mean, they were ready for anything, anything. And can you think of one good thing about the other person? It was like, they both couldn't.
Great question. Great question.
He got to answer second, so he had more time to think.
You know what? For the first time, I liked both of them. That was the first moment in that debate that I liked both of those candidates.
That moment, that question?
Then it ended.
I don't know.
You know,
I think
your point, it was the first question that they were not prepared for. There were no rehearsed answers, and you could almost see the stunned shock. But then, you know, if you've seen, they've been circulating online videos of past debates, that respect for each other was woven into the debate. It was always mutual respect shown. So it's interesting that it had to be forced in at the end of this debate.
Well, I think they really don't like each other. They really don't have respect for each other.
I haven't noticed that respect that you saw woven in, Joey.
Yeah, because I think with this, I think this debate has become more, just the presidential election in general, has just become more of a fight between the two versus a fight for the presidency.
I mean, look at it. Started as Secretary Clinton and Mr. Trump, and by the end it was Hillary, Donald. You know, they're not even addressing each other.
Well, at least it ended on a nice note.
It was
That's
a breath
the most
of fresh air.
positive thing that we could say, I think, on the follow-up.
And I see you guys are trying not to go anywhere else.
We're trying. We're not going anywhere else
yeah.
with it. There's no good that's going to come out of it at this
I
point.
thought it was a good debate. It was better than the last one.
I would agree with that. Well, working too much can actually kill you, and there is a name for it in Japan. We may have to ask Chef Daniel about this. It's called kataroshi, death from overwork, and apparently it is a real problem, as 12% of companies log more than 100 hours of OT per month. Now, service overtime has long been an accepted practice at Japanese corporations, but it's actually become a lot more common since the nation's economic bubble burst in the early 1990s. People increasingly fear for their futures. Do you think we have this problem in America, too?
Did they say 100 hours overtime? So
Overtime.
140 hours is a work week?
Per month. So 100 hours per month.
per
That's roughly
month.
25 hours of overtime a week. You're putting in a 65-hour week, day in and day out.
That's too much.
It is a problem in this country, and we see all the studies are rolling out. We've talked about them in the last several months on this show. More studies show that, you know, you need to unplug. It's good for you. But no one can do it because the person next to them isn't doing it.
Correct.
And they're bragging about it.
Yes, and
I've
jobs are
worked 100
competitive.
hours overtime this week.
It is. It's almost a bragging rights to say, like, I haven't seen my family in days.
See, you know, and that would be the sad part, because, you know, when you are that person that's not willing to do it, then you seem lazy.
You know,
Because
I'm the
I would be that
opposite.
person. I'm not going to work 100 extra hours a week. No.
I've
going
always
home.
thought, I may not be as smart as you, but I'll work twice as long and twice as hard, and therefore
And
I'll
that's
do as
good
good
for
a job.
you, because I'll be the person to say, I'm going home. I'm tired.
And I'm
not
the one
doing
who's
that.
chronically trying to find a balance. I know I can do everything. I know I can do everything.
I am
so.
going home at this point. I am done.
Well, there's definitely a balance, and we do know that it is bad for our health. So
Yeah.
at least the Japanese have a name for it, and the rest of us just need
You know,
to be
it depends
careful.
on whether you like your job or not. If you hate your job, working
makes
all
it
that long
harder.
must be awful,
True.
unbearable. If you love your job,
That's
it's
true.
more fun than playing sports.
It's like not going to work.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And that would be probably what we all strive for.
Yes.
So. All right. Well, do you suffer, or did you suffer through piano lessons, dance lessons as a child, or did you make your kids do it? Well, if so, they should thank you, and you should thank your parents. A new research study says that lessons in the arts dramatically impact our brain matter. Dance lessons better link sensory and motor issues, so the brain actually has better connectivity throughout. Music lessons strengthen the fiber bundles and help concentrate our brain strength in a particular region. Researchers say knowing this can actually help with specific education and brain rehabilitation. All right, who had to suffer through music or dance lessons?
Piano lessons. My mother made me take for 3 years. I can play Jingle Bells with one finger. I wanted to take dance lessons so bad, and they wouldn't let me, so I saved my lunch money as a junior in high school and took dance lessons. I was dancing with a group that got paid for it by the end of my first year of dance. I can still play Jingle Bells with one finger, so let them do what they're good at. I think that's the main thing that makes us feel good about ourselves, finding something that you can do well.
I mean, you always think that those extracurricular activities are just that. They don't necessarily have an impact on and helping you. But so it's good to know that doing other things other than studying has a positive impact.
Absolutely. And I'm the mother that made my kids take piano. Both Reagan and Ryan took 5 years of piano. There was no negotiating. Years 4 and 5 involved a lot of fighting. And I don't lose, and they stuck with it. Now, they immediately quit the minute they could, but I do truly believe that there was some brain development and learning how to conquer a skill.
Absolutely.
Because it's a new skill.
And math skills. You learn math skills with music. You learn teamwork with dance. I mean, I took all of those. I marvel every day at the number of things I learned from a professional performing arts career that apply into every facet of my life. You learn deadlines. You learn teamwork. You can't start a play one night and let everyone else show up later that's in the play. You have to start together.
You know, I was a majorette in high school, and when I was in Los Angeles, I was doing a voiceover, and they said, hey, would you like to try out for the news right now? On the spot, just like I was, in my street clothes, and I said, I made majorette when I was in 10th grade, I can do this, and I did.
Confidence, yeah, no, a lot of parallels.
A lot of different things that, you normally people don't realize. There are some students that literally all they do is study and do classwork. And, you need that extra development in other areas.
Someday they'll thank me. That's what I tell my kids. Someday you'll thank me.
I don't thank my mother for the piano lessons.
All right, maybe they won't. Well, interestingly, what Linda just said, a recent study shows that the actual best way to make your kids succeed and grow is to have them do things they aren't good at. See, Linda, that piano your mom made
then
you
they
do.
go through life thinking, oh, I'm not good.
Well, it's the hard
it shows you to conquer.
Rule. Yes, this is an exercise that requires kids to spend at least 2 years focusing on an activity they find particularly challenging. It has shown to have massive growth, especially in arts and sciences, but it's apparently just as important that adults abide by this rule as well, that we should spend time doing things we are not good at so we can get better.
I think this is the best idea. This is something I actually strive for. But I think a lot of people right now, they struggle with that, especially kids that are the younger generation. They feel as if they're not good at something. They get so frustrated, and their parents help them. Oh, if you're not good, you don't have to do it, or I'm going to help you do it. That doesn't teach them how to persevere. It doesn't teach them how to conquer obstacles, and when they get to a certain age, when they have something they aren't able to do, they freak out and panic, and they cannot handle the stress of that.
But we all have things that we're very talented at, and I think it's very important to find out where your talents are. I am a really good writer. I am a terrible singer. So if I spent my life trying to sing, I would say I'm a failure. If I spent my life writing, I would do very well.
But if you're in an activity that you're only good at, my family struggled with this. My brothers, they would only go into things that they excelled at, and you don't respect other people, and then you also don't try things that you wouldn't, that you don't excel at, so you don't know you would like them.
You don't grow. Everything that you are currently good at isn't everything that you will always be good at. I'm not saying that, just because you weren't a great singer, that means you're going to be a...
What if you spent your whole life trying to be a singer? You would be a failure.
I would not. But see, that's the problem. You think that. Actually, I don't. I actually feel that if I actually put forth effort, went to singing lessons, and put some effort into it, I could be a great singer. I just choose not to because I like other things. So it's not saying that you cannot get better. I may not be a Whitney Houston, but I would definitely be better than where I am, and then that makes you not a failure.
I like the attitude that if you put hard work into something, you can do it. And I think that is a great attitude that our younger generation can learn. All right, I put a lot of work into driving. To me, driving is a game, because I have issues. But with more orange barrels popping up across our area, how do you merge when you drive? Do you immediately get over, or do you drive right up to that arrow and then kind of weasel your way in? Well, waiting to the last minute may sound rude, but construction experts actually say this is called zipper merging, where cars alternate who goes and who merges, and that it's more efficient. But many drivers get over early, so they don't have to cut anyone off. So fess up. How do you merge? Do you get over right away as soon as you know it's coming, or do you go right up to the barrel?
I get over right away because I want to get it over with.
Yes.
Okay, Babette?
I don't get over right away. Then I'm going to get in a long line of people that don't know where they're going or what they're doing.
Exactly. And why are you sitting in that line anyway? It's
Linda
a merge.
and I glare at you too when you were trying to pass us.
I won't let you in. I won't let you in.
Oh, yeah, you will. I force my car in
Look
there.
straight ahead.
Believe me.
Yeah, go right up to the bumper.
At that point, people will stop their car. You start coming over, they will stop. They're not going to hit you, and then you know what? They're going to be in the wrong anyway. Hey, I need a new car. Hit me all day.
And I
My
had to
shorts
merge.
will
It
cover
didn't say get over a half a mile back. It says get over at the arrow.
Yeah.
I'm
This
with
is
Bobo.
bad
I
news.
like to be
have
prepared.
gone right up to the police car and then gone over.
I would never have let you in. Never.
I had, like, literally in the police.
I knew this was going to be 2 and 2, and it doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me the
We
division
should
at all.
never go anywhere all 4 cars because we were going
You
Very
guys should let me
funny.
carpool you.
All right, it's time for our happy hour forecast. When we come back, we're going to talk to a local disaster relief group doing great things.
Good afternoon. A beautiful day today up and down the Suncoast. Lots of sunshine, low humidity, and lower temperatures, too. All a result of those winds switching around. Look at the dew point temperatures. These are what the lows usually fall to overnight without any wind. We'll have a little bit of wind, so we are expecting lows in the 60s tonight across parts of the Suncoast. And look at those dew points into the 40s in places like Tallahassee and also up into the Panhandle there. We have the satellite imagery showing generally fair conditions on a high pressure building in behind the storm system. Not much going on here at all. And you can see to the north of us, there's a little frontal boundary moving through Arkansas and parts of Tennessee. But for us, we're pretty much high and dry here. Well, Nicole's still out there, but Matthew is gone, and we're continuing to watch Nicole. It's going to head toward Bermuda in time. It looks like some of the residual moisture with Matthew is off to the east of the Bahamas. Well, more on that and let you know about the rest of the tropics and our great weather forecast for the rest of this week coming up today at 5. See you then.
Hurricane Matthew definitely made its mark across the Caribbean and the southeast U.S. Now millions of people are left picking up the pieces, but there is critical disaster relief coming from right here on the Suncoast. A Lakewood Ranch company called Shelterbox is here to help and tell us what they are doing to help others. Now, Chris Alexander, you're the communications director, and this company is really important to a lot of people, especially going back a couple years ago when there were disasters. So tell me, what is Shelterbox?
So Shelterbox is an international disaster relief charity that provides emergency shelter to survivors of natural disaster or humanitarian crisis anywhere in the world. And the headquarters is here in Lakewood Ranch, the U.S. headquarters, but we have affiliate offices all over the world.
All
You
right.
guys do an amazing job.
Yeah,
you.
and what makes you unique? Because I'm seeing, this is some video from Haiti back when they had the earthquake. What are we seeing here?
So that was after the 2010 earthquake in Haiti. That was a devastating disaster and one of Shelterbox's largest responses. We provided about a third of all of the tented shelter after that disaster in Haiti. And there are people that are still living in those tents to this day, 6 years after the disaster.
And every one of those tents came in that box.
And yeah, so let's talk about the box. So what is the box and what's in it?
So that's our iconic shelter box. It's a large green box that houses tented shelter and other life-saving equipment like a water filtration system, solar lighting, a children's activity packet, blankets, bed sheets, pots and pans, basically everything you would need if you had just lost your home and everything in it.
Oh, wow. And I know the hurricane just happened, so what are you doing to help with this hurricane?
Our response team landed in Port-au-Prince on Friday, and they're conducting assessments to figure out where the most vulnerable communities are and how Shelterbox aid can be tailored to the disaster. Our boxes can be tailored to every disaster. Every disaster is different and requires different responses. So we can switch out the aid depending on what's needed. We also offer a shelter kit, which is basically a large toolkit, heavy-duty tarps, rope, all the fixings you would need to either watertight and secure your home or help clear out the rubble or manufacture a brand new home.
Oh, wow. That's very important for a lot of people that lose their home and, you know, are in a situation where they don't have any options.
Indeed.
Tell us a bit. I have a question about some of the things sitting in front of you. That one in particular.
Yeah.
It looks like a pillow, but it's obviously got some kind of reflector on it. What is that and why is that important?
Yeah, so this is the Luminate solar light, and it packs flat, but it inflates, and it offers a diffused light.
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
So it's great for reading, it's great for nighttime security, lots of uses. You can lash it to the front of the tent or to wherever you need it. It recharges by sunlight, and it offers a 10 to 18-hour charge depending on
That's
Wow.
amazing. That's really neat.
And over
that is.
here,
And yeah, let's go through some of the other things. So you said a water filtration system.
Yeah, that's a water filtration system that'll filter out 99% of all of the pathogens and viruses in the water. It's pretty easy to use. You just pour it in, and it filters about 10,000 liters of water.
Even to things like cholera, because I know that's a
Absolutely.
huge concern right now in Haiti.
Yeah, that was a problem after the 2010 earthquake. They had about 3,500 cases of cholera, which had never happened before in Haiti.
Right.
And that's a big concern after this disaster.
Yeah, they're already talking about
I know
it.
you-
Help them set them up if I got this big green box, I wouldn't have any idea what to do with it.
Yeah, so one of the reasons that ShelterBox is so successful is our volunteer network. And a large segment of those volunteers are the ShelterBox response team.
Okay.
These are men and women that take vacation time to actually deploy to a disaster site and deliver ShelterBox aid. And they work with community leaders to kind of train the trainer. So it's not just our team setting up hundreds of tents. They get the community involved, and the community learns how to set these camps up, and they kind of help themselves.
Well, you mentioned people, but are there things other people can do to help?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're privately funded, and so we have a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator, a gold rating from GuideStar. We're very transparent with the money, and so people can donate at shelterboxusa.org. We also have a large volunteer network across the U.S. So I would encourage people, if they want to have a hands-on involvement, they can volunteer with ShelterBox. I started as a volunteer, and then share our news stories on social media. We bring a lot of attention to what's happening in Haiti. We have teams on the ground there, and we'll have more photos and information as time goes on.
Headquartered right here on the Suncoast, which blows my mind every time.
I know this, we're talking about life-saving things, but I do want to also mention that you also are focusing on some of the kids that are left without their homes and not have things to do, and you have one of the little ShelterBox kits for them that includes crayons and markers and things that they can actually do to kind of keep them like busy during the time of, you know,
because it's so hard for the parents.
Yeah.
They need the children to be entertained. And the kids need that to forget the terrible circumstances around them.
So, you know,
Absolutely.
just the little things, all the little things I think that matter. Of course, you know,
And
the
the
shelter
big
is more
things, like a
important,
roof.
but this, you never know how a kid would just appreciate a coloring book. So,
Absolutely.
you know, thank you.
To have your whole world delivered in a box like that from Lakewood Ranch, that's amazing.
All right, well, to help with the Hurricane Matthew relief efforts, you want to go to shelterboxusa.org/Matthew. Next, we're going to be talking to Pangea Lounge, and they're going to show us how we can get really creative with cocktails. We'll be back.
If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, dining segments, local events, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 specialty programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device and download your free ABC7 app now.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
And welcome back. The presentation of food and drink is often considered an art by professionals in the culinary field. But what you may see may not always be what you taste. And yes, this was me the whole time. So it is appropriate that the theme of this year's Junior League Art of Food event is Masquerade. And here to wow us with the art of cocktails is Brad Coburn from Pangea Lounge. All right, Brad, this sounds very mysterious.
Yeah, so the theme this year was really exciting to me, Masquerade, and how am I going to approach Masquerade and kind of make something unique. So what I thought I was going to make a drink that looks like it should be non-alcoholic, but actually have the alcohol in it. And the one that looks like it's going to be, you know, alcoholic is going to be non-alcoholic. So it's kind of a fun play, and it ties into Masquerade.
Yes, well, let's let you get started. One of the things I love about your work is that, you know, that the theme of this event is Masquerade, and you really embrace it. You don't just, you know, throw a drink at the table and call it a night.
So the
you
drink
really
is
get
masquerading.
Yes.
All right,
what are you pouring?
So a lot of times what we do, especially in craft bartending, is we batch things up. So as you'll see on the recipe, if it's on the screen, we have a little bit of aloe drink, which is nice and refreshing, fresh lemon and lime, and then a little bit of homemade thyme and tarragon syrup that I've made. Okay. So I'll put all these together so I don't have to grab all the things, so it's a bit faster rather than waiting 5 minutes for a drink. We can speed that up.
Oh,
and this drink is called the Wood Wine?
The Wood Woes, it's called.
Wood Woes.
Yes. And Wood Woes is the mythological woodsman from like the 1600s.
Wow.
So this actually played into one famous masquerade in 1393, where the king dressed up with other dancers in kind of clothes that were made of flax and flammable materials and got too close to candles, and it kind of got set ablaze. So it's kind of
burned.
Well, not the king, other people burn.
While
But
you
let's
mix it, Brad, we should talk. The
The
event is at Selby Library. I was part of it last year, and it's a great way to sample a bunch of different restaurants, food, and cocktails, and also support the Junior League. So it's a fun event, and to be in the library, which I always think is amazing.
Yeah, you've got a lot of cool things going on here.
So that one goes in that way?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up so we can go fast, because I know we have a limited time and people need drinks. So, so this is my second one, the Ridotto, and this one's the alcoholic one. So it's made to taste of tea, so it actually has Scotch whiskey, a little bit of honey tea syrup, and then I put a bit of sweet vermouth from Spain. So this is going to be kind of like a Manhattan riff, but it's going to taste like tea, hopefully. So people who don't even like to have alcohol, you taste this and kind of think about tea rather than alcohol itself. So hopefully I can get some people who don't like whiskey drinking whiskey.
Very interesting.
And you know, I love people will masquerade. You'll be carrying around tea and have no idea that you have a little secret.
Yeah, there you go.
So you've had several, and then you might know.
No, I'm just in high tea.
Very fun.
Nice. Well, while you're serving too, these Venetian masks have come right from Italy, and they will be featured as part of the event.
Beautiful.
And you can purchase them at Mamma Mia. So the girls have set it up to where you can purchase them, and proceeds will go to the event as well. So go to Mamma Mia in Gulfgate and get your masks.
And you wouldn't even have to wear makeup if you wore one of these.
So you topped off one with non-alcoholic beer.
Yes, so I wanted to do that to kind of give it a little bit of a punch. And so remember the Wood Woes and the guys caught on fire, so I'm going to catch that time on fire to have some aromatics as well.
Now, will you serve it flaming?
Well, no, at events it's harder to do formats like these. We do little samples and tastings, but I'll have kind of the ones out so people can see it. If you come to Pangea Alchemy Lab or Milan's restaurants, you'll get it more of this style.
Okay.
All right. And this is just more for aromatics.
Oh, wow.
And with the autumn, I mean, fire and things of such, it just smells really nice to kind of have the smoke bellowing out of a drink, and it's kind of fun.
Oh, wow.
I smell the smoke billowing.
Well, Brad, as you are finishing up the final touches, and we may be sipping tea through the rest of the show, I want to let everybody know.
It's just tea.
There are still tickets available. The Junior League's Art of Food Masquerade is October 22nd at Selby Library. For tickets, go to artoffoodsrq.com. So we're going to be sampling a couple cocktails throughout the rest of the show.
A sample.
And when we come back, we're going to see baby products that a new mom cannot live without. We'll be right back.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Let SWC Properties sell your home today. Take advantage of this great market and sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. SWC Properties gives you the benefit of full-service marketing that sells your home faster with the fewest hassles. There are no hidden fees, and now for a limited time we'll list your home for 50% off. Wouldn't it feel great to save thousands and feel confident with your move? Give us a call for details or visit swcproperties.com and contact us for free information packet and find out why. It's simple. We just market your home better.
I'm Alan Cohn, breaking down the second presidential debate. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton face off again. We'll have analysis with our roundtable.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
We are delighted to have Dr. Kaminsky join our team at the Totola Cancer Center.
I'm a radiation oncologist. I was at the National Institutes of Health, most recently at the Medical College of Georgia, specialized in central nervous system cancers, prostate cancers, and other types. At the Totola Cancer Center, we have a level of technology that is second to none.
He has a great wealth of knowledge and shares the same passion that we have for patient care.
My family and I are happy to be here in Sarasota and excited to treat our patients here at the Totola Cancer Center.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check in with Chef Daniel from J-Pan Restaurant. And Chef, I understand we're making pumpkin soup. Tell us what kind of prep that means. We need sous chefs to do a lot of chopping for this?
Oh no, this is a pretty easy recipe. All I'm using is fresh ginger, onion, garlic, and a Japanese pumpkin.
Ooh. All right, a short list of ingredients, but I understand it's got a great taste. We'll join you in the kitchen in just a few minutes. Linda?
It's not easy being a new mother. I remember it well. You never forget that. But having the right products and gadgets at home can make it a whole lot easier. Trends expert Megan Greenberg is expecting a baby boy any day now, and she's here to share the most popular new products for in the hospital and when you bring the baby home. Welcome, Megan and friend.
Yes.
What's his name going to be?
Arlo Pax.
Arlo. Hi there, Arlo.
Yes.
We can't wait to see you guys.
I can't wait either.
Okay, I know this isn't part of the segment, but do people just randomly touch your belly?
No, I've had a few, like the 2 random women, lots of friends are fine, but I don't think I'm very approachable. So
that might be okay in this situation.
Megan, can I just say thank you for getting pregnant just for our show so that we can go through all of the products?
I appreciate it very much because if it wasn't you, then it would have had to be me.
Right. So and he's really hoping your water breaks in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what he's hoping for.
Because we're good with babies.
Yeah. Good, okay, because I'm not. I don't
Tell
know
us
what
about
I'm doing.
these things.
Okay, so these are Nest. These are a little bit more high-tech version of a lot of things that people already have. So the Nest that's in the box is an outdoor monitor, and it's great. It's a little bit better than an actual baby monitor, which you're still going to want because it does, it's easy and accessible in your house. But the Nest monitor lets you see night vision. It records.
Oh, cool.
So say something happens with your baby, whether it's wonderful or it's something you want to show your doctor, you can have it recorded on there. It goes right to your screen. It goes to your smartphone. It works with Google. It's just a high-tech version of a video camera, and it's not that expensive. So, and then the Nest Protect is just it's a smoke alarm and a CO2 detector, but it's more attractive. Again, it works with the other Nest items, with your smartphone, with everything. So it's just kind of taking things you've already had and upping it. It will tell you. It will alert your phone. So say you're not home, it will send something to your phone like, hey, CO2, et cetera, which your normal smoke alarm isn't going to.
I would love to have this forever, so that would be a good thing.
It's wonderful.
Right.
I'll show you guys afterward,
nanny
too.
cam.
You can zoom in, night vision, the whole thing.
Oh,
so.
you'll want to watch this little guy for a while.
So you're getting your house ready for baby?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yep.
And
perfect.
yourself.
And myself. So
Yes.
these two items are just, I need to bring them to the hospital because they
Can I
are
hold this
super
up?
cozy, by all means. And I'll probably wear
feel
these for
so
the first
good.
month. It's this one is from Barefoot Dreams. It's a really great company my girlfriend Kara told me about. And it's a milk jersey, so it's just super comfy.
it's so soft.
Baby can throw up on it and we can wash it. It's just, you can live in it for a week, you can sleep in it, you can open it and close it to your liking.
But you know what, to have that soft fabric, because you're going to have a warm human on you, comfort is key. That I remember. Comfort
and it's
is
nice
key.
and long, so if you want to walk around, whether you're at a hospital birthing center or at home, whatever you want to do,
hanging out.
you can just have something cozy and
you'll be
floral.
waiting. I
like that.
And same with the slippers. Slippers are great, especially if you are going somewhere out of your home or while you're walking and pacing your home at night. It's just nice to have something comfy on your foot, not a flip-flop. You're not going to catch on anything. So.
And the fur on the inside of that
Yes.
makes it just seem. I just feel like I want to put all that on and go to sleep right now.
And now that the weather's a tad cooler, it'll be even more.
You planned well to have him a little later than the heat.
Yes, exactly. And then the Stokey. Yep. Okay, so this seat, again, everyone's familiar with the baby seat. We happen to really like this brand, Stokey. Again, it's a little higher quality, but it's still super easy to wash. And what's great about the Stokey products is they all work in tandem with each other. So we have a Stokey high seat, which then this actually sits on the high seat itself until he's old enough to use the high chair for eating. So you can elevate him. That bottom part closes and it'll attach into other gadgets. And it has a little lock-in system.
And it's got the newborn insert, which is important because a lot, we used to have to roll up like blankets and towels around their head.
So
And now
that
you
middle
have the
section
insert.
can come out
It
when
can
he
come
gets
out,
bigger?
and it also has a little like belting
And it keeps
system,
it
so
from
he can't
sliding down.
Exactly.
That can be very dangerous for
Right.
a baby to slide down.
And I get it too, everything's so expensive when you have a baby, but sometimes it's worth paying just a touch more to have the convenience of not having to buy a bunch of other
And not
stuff
have
and
to
fashion
But
it
when you
and
have your
buy-
second, third, and fourth,
Right.
you'll still have all these products.
Right.
She's like, let's get the first one out first, Linda.
I think a
She's like, wait
Pomeranian
minute.
can fit in there nicely. The DockATot, a lot of these things, a lot of moms are familiar with now. This has been making quite a name for itself over the past couple years.
Tilted a
It's
little.
absolutely wonderful. It's really safe for babies. So what you can do, this can go in your bed and sleep next to you. This can go on the kitchen counter. It can go in baby's own crib as well. And it's really safe because it creates this shoulder-to-shoulder area where they can't move,
turn
they
over.
can't roll, they can't get their mouth against anything. Plus, it's really portable. You want to bring them out, while you're cooking, and you want to put them on the counter near you. Here's now a nice, safe spot. It's soft, it's cozy, etc. And it's just really.
As a
comfy.
germaphobe, I like the idea that I can unzip this and wash this whole thing.
Because he's going to poop and throw up on it.
That's everything.
In my attempt to gross stuff out on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's a great gift for moms too if you're going to a baby shower because there's all different kinds of designs.
Yeah, I do
there's a
love
million
that.
Designs. This is the Moby wrap, and it actually unfolds like 2,000 feet long. I'm going to have to play with this, but the Moby wrap is pretty much like a baby Bjorn, but it's the new kind of more ergonomic. It's softer. You can get organic materials. And
So you tie it around you?
You tie it around you. I mean,
To wear the baby?
Yes.
Okay.
And so what's great about that is it offers real skin-to-skin contact. So if you have on a tank top or anything, and your baby is almost nestled against you the way he is in your belly. So as opposed to having clips and things like the Bjorns have, which you move up to as they get heavier.
And Joey can help you with the tie. He does that to Lulu.
I do have one for Lulu.
Yes,
Do
he
you?
wears-
Great.
Joey
Okay,
wears his
perfect.
dog. Megan will wear her son.
Yeah. When then we can switch, whatever.
And then is this like an upgraded version of a boppy?
This is a boppy.
It is a boppy, okay.
And another thing that's been around for a while, lots of women know about it, but I'm always surprised that lots of women don't. It's wonderful for breastfeeding. You wear it around you almost like a flotation device.
You stick it
and then and then baby lays
These
on
have
that.
been around since I did it.
And you can put baby in it afterward too. He can use it as his own pillow.
I want a baby just so
I
I
was
can
gonna
have
say,
stuff.
Stephanie,
I know, don't get me started.
You already got the dog, might as well.
No, I'm I'm done.
We're so happy for you.
We are so excited for
Me
you.
too, yeah.
You are going to send pictures.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Please,
I'm a big fan
immediately.
of pictures,
Okay, good.
so.
Good. Social
You
media.
still have about 30 seconds to try to have this baby here.
Well, let me politely ask, when we see it on social media, can we steal it right away and put it on the show?
Yes, I'll send you a special picture.
Okay, good. I don't ask everybody. I usually just steal.
Yeah, tonight
we
would
might
be a
keep
good
it
time.
a little hidden for a little bit.
Okay, we understand.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Maggie
so
and
much.
friend.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Next time we see you, you'll have a baby.
I know. Next time I see you, I'll have a baby. That seems
That is crazy.
yes. So.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Dr. Harvey's here next to talk to us about heart attack prevention.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Matthew is fizzling out, leaving multiple states flooded. We'll take a look if the storm will hurt or help in the fight against Zika in Florida. And not one but 2 recalls involving popular ice creams. Which brands are involved with these new warnings? Now, let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. Matthew is gone. It looks like Nicole's still out there heading toward Bermuda, eventually down the road. But for us, just a beautiful day out there. Some dry air has filtered in behind what Matthew has left behind. And I'll tell you, 86 degrees right now, but the dew point is what's so nice, 60 degrees. And that brings our humidity at 41% with an east to northeast wind at 14 miles an hour. Dew point temperatures across the state into the 40s, 50s, and 60s right now. And we're expecting lows down into the mid-60s in some places here along the Suncoast. We'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at the rest of the tropics coming up today at 5. See you then.
Download ABC 7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death for both men and for women. It claims more than 1 million lives every year. Medication or even surgery is often the prescribed treatment. But some doctors say there are other options. And joining us today is Dr. Fred Harvey. He is from the Harvey Center for Integrative Medicine. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
We are so excited to hear about those other options besides medication or surgery.
Well, I'm glad to tell you about it. My practice is a little different from most medical practices in that rather than functional medicine looks at function, not disease. And we try to look at the human being and lift up their function overall rather than just trying to target a disease. Western medicine is where I'm trained, and I understand that disease-based system where we name a disease, blame a disease, and then try to tame it with drugs, surgery, or something else. And it works in acute care. But functional medicine looks at the long picture and tries to uplift the human being so that the disease processes that burden us sort of fall away. You know, if the systems are working well together, then we don't tend to get burdened with the signs of heart disease, for example. Cholesterol is a sign of heart disease. It is not the cause of heart disease.
Oh, I see.
And so we look deeper than, you know, why did we get high cholesterol and try to fix that problem.
So what would you do for cholesterol?
Well, for heart disease overall, I look at how the person's living, because functional medicine goes back to basics. And there's another thing about functional medicine in that we are very participatory. The patient really needs to buy into the paradigm, because there's not a pill for every ill.
Oh, I like how you said that. So you're thinking more of lifestyle changes. So maybe
Exactly.
exercise, eating differently, and then coming up with a better plan to lower your cholesterol.
It gives you control over it.
Exactly, and that's the difference also. In functional medicine, we look at the individual, whereas in Western medicine, we use epidemiologic statistics and say, okay, well, this person, this group of people has high cholesterol, it looks like they have more heart attacks, and this drug drops cholesterol, it looks like it drops heart attacks. So we look at it on a very linear basis, whereas, you know, I look at a person who has obesity, sedentary behavior, too much sugar, too much alcohol, and too much smoke in their diet, essentially.
That's all the biggies.
The Greeks looked at the whole big thing. Dieta is how we live, not just what we ate. And so all those things come into it. We need to buy into that understanding.
Let's
That's
go
how we
a
lift
little
this
bit
up.
more into treatment plans.
Sure.
Tell us about that.
Well, when we go into treatment, I use a lot of lifestyle. So we have to get people moving. If they can't move, there's a great therapy called chelation therapy. And it acts like a passive exercise, sort of. It helps to dilate your blood vessels, just like you're exercising. It gets blood flow down into the tissues really deeply and helps you move out the toxins and energize those tissues so they work better. You know, the real cause for heart disease is injury to the blood vessel lining. And the cholesterol is spackle on that injury. If we keep injuring it, we keep spackling it, we keep making more cholesterol. But if we stop the process, then we probably don't even need a statin drug at some point because we don't have any more of that injury going on.
So if chelation therapy, am I physically moving, or are you moving things within me?
Moving within you using chemicals. We use a combination of vitamins, minerals, and a chemical called EDTA, which binds up to lead and iron and even calcium and shifts the way the body metabolizes. So it really energizes while you're sitting there for 3 hours in the chair. And there's actually proof that this works. The trial to assess chelation therapy was published in 2013, and it showed that there's actually a lower progression onto bypass surgery. And it's really great. It's amazing.
You had mentioned earlier that you help prevent the second heart attack.
Yes, and so that's what chelation therapy is about, because there's a new trial starting, and my center is going to be enrolling people in this trial for diabetics that have had a heart attack. And they are the ones that have the biggest impact with chelation therapy. If we can get them doing chelation therapy and lifestyle changes, we can stop the process and maybe prevent that bypass surgery.
That is amazing, because you were saying earlier, 1 in 3 women die of heart disease?
Yeah, and only 1 in 30 die of breast cancer. So I think women really need to be aware that heart disease is big, and they really need to pay attention to that part of health.
And it's silent, too.
Silent until it happens.
Now, you've got an event coming up. Tell me about that.
In 2 weeks, on
October
Wednesday.
19th.
You got it, ladies. I'm going to be speaking at Wild Ginger Apothecary. Invite everybody to come. The more people, the merrier. We basically provide answers for really good questions and have a lot of fun interacting.
A lot of people around here have a lot of questions we'd like to get answered. That would be great. Thank you so much. And HarveyCenter.com, you can get more information and find out more answers to these questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will be right back.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery. It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back. Okay, Joey always finds the latest, greatest things that are out there for us to try. And this one, listen, it's your phone. Good luck. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Silly. All right, so it's the high five selfie. So this guy on Twitter, and this has been blowing up all over, he has taken a selfie of himself, and he obviously dropped the phone and high-fived. And so it's all about timing.
But it gets blurry, right?
Self-timer. And protection, because there's going to be a lot of broken phones.
You must use protection.
We're going to try, 3, 2, 1.
And you almost fell off the
all
blanket.
right, one
You got to
more.
be quicker.
In 3,
higher,
2,
higher.
3, 2, 1.
Too low. It's got to be higher.
I feel like Linda would be more successful.
I think you actually have to give it a toss because
Linda,
there's a
don't
delay.
toss.
There's a delay.
This is my only phone.
I feel like this is a bad idea.
Here we
I'll
go.
get myself in it.
A small toss.
Ready?
Okay, so I'm going to push and put
Yeah,
toss.
it's going 3, 2, 1.
No.
Try it. Oh.
No. We forgot to insure the phone. All right, if you try this at home, don't blame us if you break your phone, but that is called the high five selfie. I bet the teenagers can do it.
No,
I'm going to work on this. All right, we're headed to the kitchen with Jake.
You did not get it.
Stay with us.
You cracked it?
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
From our studios on Florida Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. A 4-year-old Central Florida girl is found safe in Tennessee, and the man who took her now in custody. What authorities have to say about the two, how they were located, and what charges the man known as West Wild Hogs could now face. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, traffic is back up on 41 in the northbound lanes in Sarasota, right near Fruitville Road. Let's get another check on the weather with Bob.
Well, finally, fall has filtered into the Suncoast. Temperatures 86 degrees, still pretty warm, but the dew point is what's so nice. Very low humidity around town. It was a nice start this morning, too, and looks like we'll see another nice start tomorrow with temperatures in the 60s. We still have a tropical system out there, but it's not Matthew. It's Nicole, so this is not Matthew's forecast models, but Nicole's heading off into the open waters of the Atlantic after it gets through Bermuda. We'll have more in the tropics coming up today at 5. Hope to see you then.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
I'm Alan Cohn, breaking down the second presidential debate. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton face off again. We'll have analysis with our roundtable.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Coming up Tuesday at 4 on Suncoast View, we're getting ready for the Bulls and Broncos. No, not football or basketball. It's time for the Arcadia Rodeo. We're going to get some lasso lessons to see if we qualify as cowgirls. Sarasota Society photographer Cliff Rolls previews the must-attend October social and charity events, plus Hurricane Matthew's financial impact and money matters. And Stottlemyers joins us in the kitchen.
And welcome back. Right now we're in the kitchen with Chef Daniel from Japan, and you're teaching us how to make a nice comfort soup.
Yes, it's a pumpkin soup, but I'm using a Japanese pumpkin.
All right, let's get cutting.
All right.
All right, so you're starting off by cutting.
I have some onions here. I'm gonna cut it really thin.
He's quick.
Do Japanese pumpkins grow here?
Yes, actually it does grow here. We call it squash cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you get yours from here or yours imported?
No, I got it from here.
You got it from here? Okay.
So we're gonna just
All right, so onion.
So what is that?
This is root ginger.
All right, so we got onion, root ginger.
That must give it a little kick.
Garlic.
Yeah.
Yes. Ginger is really good for your digestion.
You're so quick. I feel like we're on Top Chef.
Yeah, it is really fun to watch Chef Daniel with a knife.
All right.
You are very talented.
No wonder we said, "Do you want our help?" He goes, "No, I'm
Yeah,
good."
we offered to cut it. He said
no, thank you.
He's seen the show before.
Apparently.
All right, so while that simmers, what else do you do?
We're just gonna saute this, and then once it change the color a little bit, caramelize. Can you put this?
I can handle that.
Stock. Yep.
Chicken stock. Okay.
If you want to use a vegetable stock, that'll be perfect too.
Okay.
It smells good. Ooh,
all right, we need to cut pumpkin too?
Yes, I have a Japanese pumpkin here. I already cut it in half. You gotta be really careful because the skin is really hard. So make sure when you're handling this, you have a good knife and a very stable cutting board. Okay, so we're gonna discard the
These are
seed.
things I have.
We're gonna take the seeds out.
Oh, we got a runner. All right.
Look how hard that is.
Yeah, it is pretty hard, so you gotta be really, really careful.
Better to come to your place than try this.
That's a good
That's
technique,
right.
though, because butternut squash, all those winter squashes are hard. I like your technique.
Yeah. So we're just gonna cut in small pieces, and this is gonna go in the oven for about 30 minutes.
All right,
Gonna-
Steph.
Up and over me.
Can you just drizzle some olive oil, please?
Yes, Joey, you do olive oil.
Yeah.
We
I'm
got
ready to
Joey
have my
cooking.
I know. I normally just
All right, go
stand.
ahead and pull out the other
And in
ones
the
for
magic
us.
of television, we've already had some in our oven. So we're going to go take that out right now.
Now, Chef, how long will that pumpkin roast for to get soft?
About 30 minutes, 400 degrees.
Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right, I'm
put
going to let
this.
that simmer.
Let me transfer this so I don't burn
Okay,
anything.
yep, nope, good idea. There we go.
And I think
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm ready.
Now it's all roasted, so
Yep.
it will peel off from the skin really.
Oh, look at that.
Look at
How
that. It is
easy.
hot, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
All right, we're getting down to our final minute, and that is hot, so I'm going to let Chef's fingers deal with that.
He made it seem like it was not hot.
Well,
didn't
that's
he?
because he probably has already burned his fingers. Joey and I are lucky, and we have a final product right here. Japanese pumpkin soup. Chef, is this on your menu at Japan?
Actually, it's not, but I see pumpkin everywhere, so I wanted to show you guys.
So I want to talk about the rest. I know we are getting close to time. So you put everything that you sauteed and the pumpkins in here, and then you turn on this blender.
Yes, and then we have to season it. Yeah. Make sure you don't put too much because it's going to be a mess.
All right, go
Push the
ahead.
button.
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Nothing happened.
If you don't make it
Wait.
right, you won't get any. All right, this is Chef Daniel from Japan. Amazing sushi locations, 2 locations now on the
I
Suncoast.
screwed it up.
We look forward to enjoying that. And sorry, girls, you don't get any pumpkin soup. Joey and I are going to eat it all. Take some time, enjoy the Suncoast view.
I think